Namaste everyone. Very welcome to this Saturday Satsang. In the beginning, I again want to share quickly a little bit basics, which may help everyone, those who are on the path for a long time, or those who are beginning recently, or they are just beginning from this meeting also. It can help you. The spiritual path is for coming to the truth of who we are, and through that coming in touch or in contact with the source, our source, true source, coming to the true self that we are, and coming to the true source of that true self within ourselves only. This is the core purpose of a spiritual path. No? But why so? Why we need it like this? Because the joy that we experience in life is not really in the things that we are experiencing. It is in the experiencer. Things are only like an outlet, like a canvas on which the experiencer is painting the colors and appreciating and being happy. Both ways, looking at it also, and because of feeling released by that energy which wanted to be expressed. No? So today I want to just share with you that we can look at the life in the fundamental way, no? Which is also part of the path of spirituality. Not only in the end we will come to the truth of who we are, and we will come to the in touch with the source, true source of our true self, but also in the beginning we look at life in the fundamental way, no? So that we can save time. Because if we evaluate every item of every category of every main category of every super main category, then it's going to take few lifetimes to actually evaluate the whole life and see that what is in it for me or not. So we need a fundamental approach towards the whole life, including spiritual, non-spiritual, practical, non-practical, all of the life. And I feel a spiritual path is for that. And today I feel we can look at it like this. Fundamentally, there are only two things for you. One is the experiencer that you are, and one is the experience that is being experienced. And why these two things are to be separated here right now? Because you who is experiencing is appearing or felt like I'm a experiencer and experiencing, but you are something more than the experiencer also. And to discover what is this more part of the experiencer is very rewarding. It is like a treasure. Like that joy which we experience through the experiences in very small amounts and with a lot of arduous efforts, through a lot of arrangements of life, can be experienced in the experiencer beyond the sense of experiencer. Beyond this sense of experiencer who is dependent on the experiences, who is dependent on the knowledge of the mind and the sense of individual. Beyond all of this is that self, that presence of being that you are, whose nature is joy. So this is one region. And also separating the experiencer from the experiences will give you a more stable ground from where you can have a more unified approach towards the experiences, all the experiences. Not that the different experiences define differently or demand a different state of the experiencer and you follow them. Mostly in the person state we are doing like this continuously without knowing that the different experiences want us to change our state, and we do change it also. Like a cooperation from the experiencer in order to enjoy the experience. But do you really want it? At some point we will notice that no, I don't want to change my base state. I want to remain exactly same experiencer in the same state and want to experience everything from there. Because that can be much more um, unified way of experiencing, and also knowing well that what experiences I'm liking and what I'm not liking. Because when we are in a changed changed state of the experiencer, when our state of the experiencer has changed from the base core unified state to the state which is necessary to experience the experience, then we can never be sure that what is the taste of this experience. No, like truly, it is not a true experiencing. No, egoic experiencing is not a true experiencing. That's the reason that that state defines whether this is a nice experience, whether it is a positive experience, whether this is a negative experience. You see? So this is what I'm just quickly trying to highlight here, that if we can start separating the experiencer from the experiences, not in the sense of withdrawing or anything, but just highlighted and being aware that I am the same experiencer of all the experiences, then what will happen? Many things will get kind of, it is like a big reset actually. It's a big reset, fundamental reset at the level of mind, first of all, that what is happening? Why I need to become so excited for certain experiences, and why I need to try to run away from like shrink, like why I get, why I, start shrinking for certain experiences, and why I start expanding for certain experiences. No, you will notice, for example, this. Hey, I don't need to change my state. I can be unified like one single being, fearlessly meeting every experience. No? And that kind of leads us to that deeper possibility of knowing who we are. Because we are never finding ourselves in the natural state of being, so that we can discover what is our nature truly. Because every experience is demanding us to change our state, and we are in a habit of changing now also. So we never know what exactly is my true state. And now, like this, we can actually start living in our true state, and we can start living the true experience of all the experiences also, true taste of all the experiences also. No, like this. So this is just one way, one fundamental pointing, which I always like to share in these meetings in the beginning. So thank you. Ekta, you want to talk?
Namaste, beloved. Thank you so much for the sharing. Just, right in the beginning, it is just so potent. Truly, thank you so much. I also want to, if you could walk through this where you said with Uma, where, between the guru and the disciple, don't let this you come in. And even between, you and your own sadhana, don't let this you come in. So could we just look into this very deeply, because there is a trace of the you, and I just wanted to bring that you to you and this whole of me too, so we can walk together and see.
Sure. So fundamentally, every one of us is a soul, but we are living in the state of beliefs, like we are living in a state where we take support of the beliefs, and that has created a belief of who we are also. So now the belief of who we are, which is basically supported by us only. So as that what we believe who we are, the person, we will register to the discovery of the truth, which we have decided to do as the true self, that we are beyond it. So this is how a split happens. As soon as we choose some fundamental truth, as soon as we decide that I want to know the truth of who I am, and the more deeper this decision has gone, the bigger split will happen. So there is a you which you used to be, and there is a you which you actually truly are, and want to know the truth of who you are now. This is like an inner conflict happening between the two. No? So what to do in this case, or what can help in this case, I feel, is the resolution, resolving, not fighting. Like bringing both the voices or both the sense of self in one light, and seeing from the eyes of the decision or the choice that you have made, you know, in the direction of truth, seeing from that light that is this voice, what it is saying, is it useful? Not suppressing it, but not also believing it. No? So that old self is the self which believes things to be in a certain way. You don't disbelieve that, because that also is part of belief system. Disbelieving is also part of believing. No? You don't touch the very belief or disbelieving. You just bring everything into the light of truth, your choice that you have made in the direction of truth, and see that is it useful for me. You see. So even to have the feeling that there are two self inside me, even this is a belief, part of the belief. Okay. Like the belief has gone so deep inside us that the more deeply we decide to wake up from this believed in self, the more deeply it will resist. Like the resistance will come from that depth also. So this is what I mean, that don't, like, you don't be two basically, because the one you who is interested in truth and who comes to the teacher that okay, tell me, and listens, and there is one you which does not listen, or does not want to listen, which is looking here and there right now in satsang. Even for example, sometime no, it could be like distraction happens. What is distraction? Is distraction dependent on the strength of the experience that is happening inside us, or it is dependent on the attraction the experiencer has towards it, right? It is the attraction the experiencer has towards it, not that my mind is very strong. Everybody initially may say like this, or we may say like this, that oh, my mind is very strong. Is my mind very strong? Is your mind very strong? Or is your strength or ground is very weak right now? Maybe, no? You see? So if you can make yourself more rooted in the direction of truth, in the choice of truth, that same mind which is very strong will start becoming weak, no? You see? I mean, we can and we will continue exploring these things in different languages and different ways, but fundamentally it is about just choosing one thing, truth, and holding on to it, no? Right? Is this what you were talking?
Um, this was exactly what I was asking, because when you were now speaking about the experience, the experiencer, and the experiences, and even the belief that I felt there was a time when, and there is, this space of I really don't know I really don't know who I am. I do know what I want, and that is truth. And with you, the resolution, the resolve that this is the only one thing. And but who I am is still a very, I feel it is an unfolding which is not really in my hand. Um, but I felt forever it was, this, people have called it this name, identity crisis. It's a very, very big, for me, it's made much bigger than what it truly is. Um, because, and forever I wanted to defend this sort of identity, which was a belief that you spoke about. Um, um, but this question is still, is a very, and that is the inquiry, the self-inquiry of who I am. Um, I don't know whether there is a question over here. Um, but I just, if we can see a little bit more deeper, because forever there was a defense mechanism, right? This mechanism of protecting this sort of self that we have created, and it's not this. I cannot define between this self and what. Yet there is a little sense of there is this strength of the seed which knows that it has something is happening. It doesn't know what, and yet this very little sapling has come out, and still there is this, and I felt this this little protection, that which is not the protection of the ego to defend it, yet this this sense that there is this. I know you can get what I'm saying. There are there are two kinds of protection. One of them is protection, pretending and defending the ego, and then there is this little sense of this baby Buddha, or this seed which is sprouting, and uh, and that self is also not known, because I truly don't know. I don't know whether the seed knows that it's going to be a rose or whatever. Um, but if you could speak about this, because for me this is going deeper and deeper, and because you said that forever the trap was of knowledge, and defending and protecting that knowledge, and now it's more empty and empty and empty, and even when the sense of knowledge comes up, I truly want to look at it, that who is experiencing this. Am I this experience, or am I this experiencer, and who is beyond both of them? So it's too long a conversation, and I know you say always come to the point.
No, no, it's
But
good, it's good. It's good.
if you could speak about this, this sort of, this guard, that there was this very beautiful poem, Raji, that uh, na na tera ना ना मेरा इश्क खुदा जैसा, ना इंसान है तू, क्यों इतने हिजाबों में मिले. And I know the entire poem, and I remember it, but now it's just in the flow, and I felt there's so many hijab which is protecting, right?
Understand.
And
Yeah.
so I just wanted to bring this to you.
I would like, thank you, dear. I feel that it can be much more simple than this. Try to understand the asleep state of the soul basically is where many things are unresolved. Many things are unfinished also. Unresolved, unfinished, same thing. So awakening basically is in a way a process of resolution, but not at the level of individual items, but more in fundamentally. Yeah. So just care about one thing: resolution. Samadhi is resolution, a ultimate final resolution, which even if things are not resolved, they cannot overpower it. That resolution still remains in you. Even if mind is not resolved, you will be still happy. Like, yeah, mind is not resolved, but it is not making me unresolved now. My state still remains unresolved. My state still remains resolved. Resolved means one. So care about resolution and one. What resolution brings? It brings one. This same resolution happens at the level of mind or understandings. We come to one. Like wherever there are two or more than two, we come to one out of these two things, three things. That is where we have come to resolution. And as soon as you have come to resolution, you have come to yourself also there. So at the level of mind, you have come to the truth of who you are when you have resolved something, even just a little bit. And at some point in the mind level, it will become clear that I don't have to resolve those things which I'm seeing or knowing in the mind. I myself have to resolve myself. And that kind of internal resolution of the thinker, of the mind happens, which is what is basically the understanding behind true clarity. This is what is true clarity. That the user, the thinker of the mind start resolving itself in relation to everything, all type of thinkings, all type of past, all type of memories, all type of effects of them. No? Like you have started holding a unified way. Like you have started, holding on to a unified way of approaching all the thinking, all type of confusions. So resolution basically is freedom from uncertainty, freedom from incompletion also. Like your house is full of many incomplete tasks. Your house is full of things where you are not certain about them, but you are certain about it. No? You are certain that you are in the house. You are certain that you are the same one who is going to attend all of them. So don't let the original certainty or resolution be shadowed by the uncertainty or unresolved things which you are experiencing in the mind. This is what is true clarity, that you live the light of truth at the level of mind. Don't let it be covered by that apparent darkness caused by unresolved things. No? Once we wake up this strength of the mind, then very easily we will be able to resolve the whole mind in one sense. Even if things are still there, but you are resolved. No? And you will choose when to resolve mind, how much of it or not. You can just withdraw yourself also. I'm not doing anything. When you are not doing anything in the mind, that is what is watching, seeing your mind. Just seeing basically is that state of the thinker while in the mind, that I'm just seeing, I'm not doing anything with unresolved thoughts, memories, understandings. So this is how true clarity is helping you. The same thing, resolution at the level of heart or experience. There are experiences which are nice and we want to go for them and we want to kind of fully absorb them in our space of being. And there are experiences which we are afraid of and we are running away from them. We are trying to go in some corner somewhere, And this is what is unresolved here. Okay. It is resolved by discovering the joy of the experiencer. This is what is true joy. True joy is not really dependent on what is being experienced. It is entirely dependent on the experiencer, regardless of what it is experiencing right now. Apparently negative or positive, apparently what it is afraid of or apparently what it is excited about. No. So here you have resolved the experiencer that you are, not the experiences. And slowly you will be able to resolve the experiences also, that like you will be able to see from the eyes of the resolved experiencer that what exactly those experiences are. Like for example, many things you will notice that what we call negative experiences are the negative impact happening in the body, for example, which it disables us in a certain way, like it stops us from doing certain things, and that's what is giving a negative message to the mind, and then mind is believing that it is negative. So in a way it is negative, but it cannot cover your joy of being, no? Joy of the experience at that time. No? So both can coexist. The experience that it is negative and the joy of the experiencer can coexist. And then this negative will not be so negative anymore. But the thing is that that positive also will not be so positive now. No? It will just be like, yeah, it's a nice experience, like feeling healthy. You don't even feel that you are healthy when you are healthy, no? You see, like this. So resolution at the level of heart is what is true joy. Now true knowing. True knowing, we can come back to that analogy of, experiencer and experienced right now. What we discussed today. No? So every experience is a mirror for the experiencer to know who I am. Every experience, absolutely every experience is a mirror. And this is where a resolution will happen. Resolution in the sense that the experiencer will first know what I am, what I used to believe I am, but I am not. So the experience will show that you, the experiencer is still holding on to some falsity about yourself. And then you will let go of it. But when we say who I am, it is that process actually. In the internal level, at the level of being, this process is between the experience and the experiencer, not between thinking and the thinker, no? Not between thought and the thinker, no? You see? So every experience, like right now, the whole thing that you are experiencing, let's call it one experience. Don't go anywhere to attend any experience. All the experiences are one experience. You are the one experiencer of it. Now just sense yourself, like sensing, feeling ourselves, no? To know who I am. And you will notice that as if the experience has, mm, caused some mixing. My state of being is not pure. No? And this will be highlighted, and you will let go of that mixing. No? So initially it is like this. Then experience of the self is happening right now, okay? Experience of the presence is happening. Presence is being. I'm the presence. This is the experience. This is the experience, by the way. There is a difference between, you know, self-experience and self-realization. You see, self-experience is that I am the presence. Self-realization is that this is the experience. I am the experiencer of it. This time, this experience is trying to impose the idea onto me, the experiencer, that I am the presence. Am I the presence? Or something which is aware of it? No? Here you will wake up again. Like this. Like, oh. Like I was ready to believe the experience. Experience is trying to create the belief in the experiencer, the self, no? About the experiencer. So all the experiences are harmless, provided that you the experiencer, remain alert and don't let the experience project a idea onto the experiencer, and you don't believe that, no, about yourself. You see, you know yourself always first hand without the dependency of the experience, no. And that's what is very difficult in the spiritual path. When we start experiencing some sense of space or presence, we feel I am it. Then we become so tightly coupled to it that we are not ready to let go of it also, no, into the truth of who we are. No? But the mistake still remains same. The mistake is that the experiencer is not living its truth while living the experience and letting the experience define it. No? So the mistake still remains same, no? And that mistake will very easily take you out of that sense of presence and space into the sense of person again, no? That's why this work has to be finished in a way, no? So this is what is true knowing. This at the fundamental level, every experience is a mirror showing you who you are, or trying to show you what you are not. And your job is to not believe it. This is what is basically true knowing, in a way. No? Like, so these are the three things which I share fundamentally: true clarity, true joy, true knowing. But differently they are experienced or discussed and in different meetings. No? Tools are used, practices are, concepts are shared, understandings are shared like this. So ultimately it is resolving, right? Do not accept yourself in an unresolved state like for a long time. And for me, long time means like 5 minutes, not more than 5 minutes. 5 minutes is too much. Like try to resolve yourself as soon as you can. Meaning, if it is not possible for you, then if not 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hour. Not like one day, whole day you are unresolved and you just, So what is sleep? Accepting the unresolved state of the experiencer to be its normal state. That is remaining in the sleep state. No? And the more you become conscious of your nature, the more you will feel, no, it's not acceptable. It's not about whether I know anything or not. It's about I'm not even certain that my method of knowing is correct or not. You see? Like this. First be certain about yourself and your method, your ability. Then everything will start becoming certain and resolved. No? This is what it means that by resolving one, everything is resolved. And without resolving that, nothing is truly resolved. No? This is what it means. Eke sade, sab sade, sab jai. This is what it means. No? If you can maintain, if you can resolve the one thinker, all the thinking processes will start resolving in relation to the experiencer, particularly, the thinker particularly. If you can maintain the resolved state of the experiencer in the heart, all the experiences will come in harmony, in relation to the experiencer. If you can hold on to the knower of everything inside you, the one who is aware of everything inside the soul, everything that you are aware of will start coming in harmony with the one who is aware of it also. True knowing, like this. So one, remember the one. So many thoughts, many thinking processes, many problems are giving the illusion in the self that I am many or I am not that which I am really. This is what is the weak state of the self. Self feels weak here. No? Self has to come back to that state where it feels strong. No? So what it is doing in the weak state, all the small problems looking so big, and now it is searching for solution that what is the how-to of it. The how-to actually is to be strong first, not to find how to solve this problem or that problem, which is actually not a problem many times. A confusion is not a problem. It is just a state of affairs, no? Or it is an opportunity, an invitation for clarity. No? That's what I mean that when I say that you might be totally confused about everything in your mind, but are you confused that you are confused or not? Are you certain? Are you clear that you are confused or not confused? That you can be, no? So this is where awakening at the level of mind happens, that you don't depend on the confusions of the mind. You feel, no, I am the same one, no? Like I don't become confused or I don't become clear. I experience confusion and I experience clarity. You see, there's a difference. The experiencer has separated itself from it, even the clarity of the mind. You see, there's a clarity in the soul which is separate and deeper than the clarity of the mind. No? So I hope that it is on the line where you wanted it to be, or please tell me if it's not clear.
It's very, very clear. It is, it's the, in Hindi, I do not know the English word, it's the saranch of everything that, that tomorrow the retreat starts, and I'm so looking forward to it. And today was just the whole preview and a full view at the same time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I also wanted to, because of this awareness where you say that I am confused instead of saying I'm experiencing confusion. In just a little difference of speaking, it's a whole shift, it's a whole paradigm shift. And what you just, everything that you've said feels like, it has hit home. So, from whatever state the question or whatever came, I'm very thankful that I could listen and we could walk. It's just so complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Very, very nice to talk to you and express like this also. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajee. And as you talked so deep and so insightful about true clarity, true joy, and true knowing, and the retreat starting tomorrow, I also feel maybe we can talk about it a little, about the practicality. What I mean about this is, speaking from my own experience, long back when I joined Satsang with you, it was like once in a while a Saturday. And then it became every Saturday. And then it became the retreats. And so on and so on. And I feel the importance and the opportunity with the retreat, like every day having Satsang for like 8 days, to kind of, whatever is discovered in that Satsang has no time, in a way, to vanish over a week till the next Saturday, for example, or in 2 weeks, whenever the next Saturday happens, or when I'm attending, in a way. So, and there I want to bring something else, and maybe you can say something about this. You speak also earlier about it, the circle of ego and the circle of truth. And I feel the retreat is such a beautiful opportunity to even break the circle of ego more and more, or maybe fully destroy it. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank you. It's very correct, actually. The thing is that we all are born. Yeah, like born means like we all are souls, and we find ourselves in this form in the body since our childhood, and by default it is like a default state of everybody, which is confusion, no, like this, and that confusion also, without us knowing, before we know it, has created the the impact in the knower of the confusion, that I am confused. This, as soon as you, the thinker, feels that I am confused, you already are in your weak state now, because you start believing that I cannot really do anything because I am confused right now. You know, the same thing happens about being the experiencer. That when you are experiencing unhappiness, the belief has been injected in the experiencer since the very beginning that I am unhappy, I am suffering, and this I am confused, I am unhappy, I am clear, I am happy, is that hypnosis in which we all live. It has to be broken. It is not about experiencing anything or not. It's about not experiencing it through a hypnosis. No? That hypnosis is what it means to be an ego person. No? So that hypnosis cannot be broken so easily unless we do something in continuity. No? This is the ring. So like there is a circle of ego, which is everywhere. Like it is in the very air, everywhere, in every life situations, wherever we go, people are living in that hypnotized state of the ego. Default. Like there is nothing wrong in that way. Like nobody personally is responsible in one sense, but everybody individually is responsible for waking up. No? Like we have to take that call. No? So this retreat is for providing that continuity, that circle where you, in the morning till night, you're just in continuity. And it will, if not break the hypnosis, it will highlight it clearly. Because it has to be highlighted in us first that I am in a hypnosis, and then we cannot be in that hypnosis now. Because the power of the hypnosis is in we not being aware of it, and the antidote and freedom from it is we being aware of it. And how to be aware of it while in it? That is the challenge of the spiritual path. How to be aware of the sleep in which we are while we are in the sleep. How to be aware of the dream in which we are while we are in the dream. This is the challenge of the spirituality, which cannot be done so easily just by talking, listening. No, some practice is to be done, some commitment also from you. Like you stop somehow your life in a way. I don't mean that we stop doing practical life things. I don't mean that. But somehow internally something like your core of your being has stopped. And rest of the things will be done as appropriately in the practical life and everything. But more, it has become primary now, at least for the period of retreat. And that has a big impact, like this. Otherwise, we will just keep living in that hypnosis and believing that I'm growing. Although we are growing in one sense, but we are just a little bit becoming aware that it is a hypnosis. But while we are continuously consuming it or living through it and giving it life also. So that's how the ego becomes stronger or remains stronger even through the spiritual practices, if they are not done in continuity, like this. Try to understand uh, developing strength in the physical body, for example, cannot be done if we just walk comfortably as much as we can walk comfortably. No, walk comfortably and then walk that extra mile also. Then only our body gains strength, you see. In the similar way, our soul also gains strength when we do something that extra mile. And that extra mile is that continuity. Because while we are living in the ego state, we are comfortably doing sadhana mostly. And I feel it is okay. But intensity has to be increased continuously, not difficulties.
I feel as it is true for doing exercise, physical exercise, like this extra mile, it's also very helpful to have a coach or trainer or somebody who is helping us with our exercises. And here I also feel there is one thing about the retreat, the time we are committing. the priority we are committing over these days. But I feel it's also like super important that we have the opportunity during this time to talk to you, to check with you. Is this extra mile really good? May I, for example, enable certain muscles more, which I should only do later? And in that, what I want to say is that what you also keep saying, that we need to keep this alertness, because mind and ego can show us many things, and it might come quite close to true joy. Here, look here, this is true joy. And we might fall for it if we are doing it alone.
It is possible, you are very right. That's why I feel that for a seeker of truth, satsang is not optional. I clearly feel this. It is for this particular reason. Because we don't know the power of deceptions created by the ego mind. Not that ego mind is somebody there. No, you are the ego mind that time. You know. We don't have ego, we are the ego that time. And that is the most difficult part of waking up. That we don't have ego, we are the ego when we are asleep. And we are the self when we are not asleep. How to do what is necessary. That's why some key points, some kind of golden keys, fundamental keys we have to hold on to them. Satsang is one of them. I always feel that we should keep in touch with truth. And where is the truth? Find out. I generally found that satsang is what provides that environment of truth for all of us to keep in touch and to not go astray again and again in those kind of darkness or unhappiness or confusion or, okay, I am doing well, but. So in this way, yes, it is true. Because satsang is not forcing you to do something. It is just a space full of light of truth. It is helping you in seeing what you want to see, but right now, not through a process slowly. Awakening does not happen slowly. Like when you see something immediately. Like you may have your eyes closed for a long time and then you may apply some water and things like this and wash them and gently open them. That's okay. But whenever you look in at once or not. You're not like looking. You see what I mean? So this is what is the benefit of satsang also. Like so many things can be cleared up in satsang. Like if we keep our sadhana, our desire for truth in the light of satsang, in the light of truth, then we can actually get the maximum out of it. Yes, you see? This is also the thing. As a teacher, I don't really teach so much. I just show you. And if you are interested in seeing, you will see it. It's like that. Teaching is mostly the techniques, for example, concepts, spiritual, like framework, understandings. Those are teaching in one sense. And you just pick up, not like directly teaching you something, do this, don't do this. It's not like this. It's a very open space where you are responsible for what you're doing, I am responsible for what I'm doing. Like this. And then we meet. And then we say goodbye to each other. You see, like this. It's a very open model. Yeah. But it has benefits, no? Like I noticed that if your clarity can survive in satsang, it is definitely true clarity. If your joy of the heart can survive in satsang, the joy which we feel normally through sadhana and in life, it is true joy for sure. If true knowing of who we are can survive in satsang and enhanced, it is enhanced. True knowing, true clarity, true joy. If it is enhanced in satsang, it is definitely true clarity, true joy, true knowing. You see? And very simple way we can find out that, and we can benefit also.
In continuation to this, I feel in these many years I'm with you now, I don't feel that satsang changed. I feel every satsang is the same, like not. No, it is the same because it's about truth. But what changed is me, or more precise, my value for it, my interest in it. So many things. And what you just said, what stays during satsang is also that earlier when I needed, I felt connecting to the satsang like the last 5 minutes of a satsang. Like after 2 hours, I felt, okay, now I got it. Or now I feel very nice, peaceful, whatever was my intention at that time. So now I got it. But it was the last 5 minutes. How sad.
It oftentimes I notice it happens. But even then it is good, I feel.
Yes.
Even then it is good.
Yes.
No? And then this 5 minutes can increase, no, slowly backward.
Exactly.
Like you will start connecting in satsang in the middle, then in the first, early first half, and then from the very beginning also. No? Because what is satsang? It is the light of truth, the space full of light of truth, provided for you, the seeker of truth, the soul, so that you can resolve yourself at the level of mind, clarity, at the level of heart, joy, at the level of being, knowing yourself. No? That's all. It is not imposing anything on you, but it is definitely highlighting every attachment you have for the false, for the confusion, for the darkness. No? You see? Very simple thing. It's a very, very simple thing. And you can talk, of course. As I said, contemplative conversation can be useful, really. It's your love and my love together. We are talking and just exploring something. It's not like I'm trying to guide you somewhere or push you somewhere. Yes, I have nothing to do with these things. Thank you. Yes, it's good, good. So that's the thing that you are deciding. Every one of you is deciding how much you are benefiting from this satsang. And I'm just bringing up, or we are, me and you together, bringing up this question that are you benefiting fully as to your contentment? Are you going contented from every satsang? Because you can, if you are not going contented from this satsang and every satsang. Just bring some change in you. Understand that where you are. Understand that it is not a usual space like any other space of life. It's a very different thing. It's a portal. Satsang is like a portal. You can be ported to that state of being where you know yourself as the timeless being. No? Also. Just give me chance. Meaning to show you, to share with you. Like, thank you. It's good. Please understand, there's a very beautiful Zen story where one sadhu, meaning one one seeker, meditator in the monastery, finding the monastery to be kind of noisy for him for whatever reason, and he felt that it makes sense that I go in isolation, like somewhere, just for 1 or 2 hours, and I meditate there. So he takes a boat, and behind the monastery there was a lake, and he goes in that lake, and he just eyes are closed, and he's finding it very nice, beautiful space of being. And he actually was able to meditate that time. And then suddenly another boat hits his boat, and he felt very angry. He said, I really feel that these people are like totally crazy. Like they have no respect for meditator. They cannot see that light in my face that is emitting out of me right now. Beautiful. Then he opens the eyes, and it was an empty boat actually, which just, untied and just was flowing. We are just being disturbed by that which does not exist. We are just living with those people who are disturbing us inside us, but they are not there. Actually, they are not actual people. No. So this being free from these non-actual people is being free from ego, mind, or sleep, or dreaming. No. Also, you see, in satsang particularly, I will say, there is okay. Outside, you see how it is for you, but in satsang, don't be attending that if you want to get the maximum. Like if you see me and you, like I and you, this model is egoic model. Let us explore the truth, not let us, hold on to I and you. I said this, you said this. Not those kind of things. You see, in this light of truth, it gives a space for every I to be spoken, to be lived. But it's not real. That which gives strength, light, and space is the real, the truth. it is the same which is appearing as I in everyone. This is what I mean, that everyone is a soul. You just have to wake up. And you will obviously lose all that which you were having in the dream when you wake up, or not. But the attachment to the dream will cause it to make it difficult to be free from the dream to wake up. So be free from attachment means be free from attachment to the dream. Attach yourself to the reality, present moment, sense of self, sense of being that you are. Like this. To our surprise, if you just live your breath, you can so much get out of that dream in which there are people we are fighting with. And we are also one of them. One person. We are a one person, there are other persons there. No? And we will come to that space of being where there is a joy, there is a light of truth. There is a natural sense of being which is so beautiful actually, that you don't even want that those people to be gone from your mind. You feel I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm resolved. I'm united. I'm undivided. I'm harmonious. No? Like this. Thank you. It's good. Thank you. Now, Padma, you want to talk?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Thank you for this theme. Can you hear me good?
I can hear you very well.
You're good. Okay. Just wanted to come in front of you because I didn't speak for a while, and also I felt like I've been very busy for a while, and I felt like a little bit falling asleep again. I can't speak. And last Saturday you talked about that, and also Guruji talked about in a few Satsang this week about getting a shock, like a shock, and I got this shock 1.5 weeks ago. I got diagnosed with skin cancer. So that was a big one at the beginning, and I couldn't. Last Saturday, I a lot of unrest, and it stirred a little, but a lot of things up, which was good because I couldn't concentrate last satsang. Very restless, but one thing stayed, and that was like that we have to have a shock to again realize because I didn't do the Prophet Shuti anymore so much, and the practices not anymore so much, as I felt really like, okay, this what I have now is like coming in my life to shock me and to again pick up this. And I felt really like this is the message that and you speak about it now also, no? Like we have to realize that this is the most important thing, and it is. So I began on Sunday again do these practices, and I did it every day now, and more a day, and so they took a little piece of this cancer, and Wednesday I got the message that is not cancer. So I'm very happy. So yes, but I got the message.
But yeah, thank you that you are so wise that you got the message.
Yes.
Even with kind of fake news in a way
Yes,
created
yes,
by
yes,
life.
yes.
No? How
Yeah,
nice, how
created
nice,
by
how nice.
life. Yes, yes. So I wanted to share this.
And I want to really tell you that even if somebody gets a message with a real news, not a fake news, even then it is worth waking up, because we are going to anyway leave this body or not one day. And if a disease can cause us to wake up to the truth that I am not the body, I am something which which will not die with the body. It is still worth, I will say. I don't recommend it to anybody. I'm not supporting this idea, but the more wise we become, the less real suffering need to be used by the life to give that shock to us. No? You see what I mean? Because we are just not listening in the way of the joy. Then life has to shock us in the way of the suffering. No? I'm very happy that you got the message. Very, very happy.
Yes, me too. Me too. Yeah, it was a big one, but a short one also, and I'm so happy that it came. Yes.
Yes, yes. Just be aware now, again, more and more, that whatever is happening to any level of my body and mind, I have to keep knowing myself separate from it continuously. It is not an option anymore now, Because try to understand the power of identification. When we are identified with the body, then we are already weak, in a weak state of the soul. And that time, if something happens to the body, then you will be more sucked into it. Then less of you left to meditate and to know the truth of who you are. You see? So it is a very good time that when you are in the middle somewhere, your body is found to be fine. Make your body more fine, first of all, and make yourself more disidentified from the body also now. Love your body, but not identified with your body. Love your body, but not at the cost of forgetting who you are. No? Give your love fully to your body so that it nourishes, it becomes very healthy, very loving, and like loving in the sense that it cares about itself and everybody around it. No? Like it comes in that harmony of nature, but not at the cost of forgetting who you are. No? It's not like a either or. No, there is a third option. Live the truth of who you are and love your body fully. No? Like so much that you are embracing your body continuously from inside and sharing your nectar. You are the nectar for the body. Share that nectar of your being and let it, become more and more healthy every day while you continue living the truth of who you are. No? This ego state is not letting us do any of these things. It is like a middle state where neither you are able to live the nature of the body, nor you are able to support the body as you need to support it. Nor you are living the nature of your being also. So I think it's very, very good. Thank you. God bless you always. Very, very good. Deepa, you can talk.
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste ji. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much.
Nice to see
Nice
you.
to see you too. Nice to see you too. Thank you so much for the session today. Lately, it feels like whatever is going on, you just say it every time, or the satsang is about the same nuances in life. I feel more aligned every time. Thank you.
How wonderful it is, no? It is highlighted in different times, no? Like you can much more understand, I feel clearly now, that our learned knowledge of the person is never sufficient for living life, really. It is always falling short, and that's where we feel powerless or confused also, right? What to choose, what not to choose, for example. Like our biggest challenge as a person is choice. What is the right choice? And every time we make a choice, we feel regret or we feel fear that maybe I made a wrong choice, or maybe, like this. We are not so much really suffering from the fear as a person. We are suffering from the fear, or fear of things going wrong. So this knowledge of the person is really never sufficient. It is a good training for practical life. Let's use it that way. We are a soul. No? So let's not discard what we have learned at the level of body-mind. Let's just use it well under the guidance of the soul that we are. Who really knows the right response. No? And this is what I think you are talking about, alignment. If you align yourself to yourself, you would start finding that alignment with life also. Like this. Very powerful, but very smooth and more like song, like love, not like working or something. Not really, just very joyfully. Right things start happening. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, especially when we have lived in the ego state for a long time and have been, struggling with the doing the wrong things continuously. Now you find it so beautiful, like effortlessly doing the right things at the right time. This is the power of your alignment with yourself. Yourself is that true self, and which is connected to the source of all the beings. So I feel it's very, very good. This is one thing very strange and not noticed about the ego state is that in the ego state, mostly we are finding ourselves to be okay because we are limited to the practical life and we don't care about who we are and the joy of being. No? But that state is going to be broken one day, sooner or later. No? Every ego state will be broken, will be brought into that state where we will find ourselves to be confused and questioning life, who I am and what I'm doing. But all of us, all of you who are here, I feel in a way very fortunate to have already clearly, come to that point where you are starting to question everything now, fundamentally, and like this, aligning yourself to the truth. Like, can I just share with you, Deepa, and like with this everybody, that how simple it is to align to the truth, provided we don't listen to the mind so much, or we don't remain in that state of hypnosis so much. It is just live your breath, the incoming breath, no? And all that, what is happening, this is happening, that is happening, I am like this, you are like, all of that is happening. Just ignore it. Just live your breath and do not attend anything else. Not watching your breath, because that watching is happening from that person only, who is now a seeker. Do something other than what you do as a seeker. No? Live your breath. To live your breath, you will have to live yourself. And living yourself is the way to connect to yourself. No? And don't let your mind take over now that what will happen with this, what will happen with that. No, try it, do it, and then see. No, you see. And this funny thing I noticed about it, that there are unresolved important questions in the mind, which want to be attended, and you feel like I want to attend them and don't want to attend this. And I tell you that if you attend this, those questions will disappear. And we are not letting those questions go away because they are more important for us and we believe in them to be too much also. You see? So we are not really, we are not lacking so much answers of our questions. We are more attached to the questions in a way, and we are not ready to let go of them. Otherwise, every answer is the antidote for the question, removal of the question also. But then another question comes from inside. No? This is not correct. If you live your breath, you will drop out of that state of being where questions happen into this state of being where knowing happens or happening. No? Knowing of life, knowing of who we are, knowing of body, mind, knowing of how to align ourselves to the life and live a wonderful life. No? So thank you. Just wanted to share like this. It is so simple to connect to ourselves, but it is so difficult for us because what are you saying? I have to find answers of my question first, and it is okay. I feel. Just don't be unhappy. What is there to be unhappy about? What did you bring from where and who you are? Who brought them? From where? Have you questioned it? This is the hypnosis. I'm a person, I was born like this and I belong to this and this and I have to have these things. I should have these things. This is a hypnosis in which we are as a person. Taking it for granted. We are taking this life for granted continuously. I'm saying don't take your breath for granted just for some time and see what happens. What is this breath? Let me live it, not think about it. It will connect us back to the roots which provide joy, life, aliveness, wisdom, which give meaning to life in one sense, which give that excitement and inspiration to live, and a guidance, a direction also. No? Like this. Thank you. It's very good. Please say anything if you want.
So, right, when you say this about breath, I have observed it, I have also done it, and yes, I was amazed with such a simple thing can make a huge difference in the entire situation altogether. And I've stopped questioning things outside. I have started taking care of this rather than taking care of things outside of me.
Very, very good. Sometime it is possible that we will get into a circuit of energy, or let's say there is a device in our house which has got into a bad circuit. Now circuit has to be broken. Then something like a shock has to be given in some way, like a hard reset. Rarely required. Mostly from within the circle, things can be improved. Like this. That's why a shock is not really necessary most of the time for a seeker to wake up, for us to come on in the right alignment. Wisdom is required, not a shock so much. So it's very, very good. Thank you. God bless you. Very nice.
Thank you. And I've also realized that whenever the shock happens, it was because of my understanding that it had to happen that way for me to wake up in that situation. No, you were doing it all wrong. You were doing it all wrong. So hence the universe had to shake you up to, realize, wake up. What are you doing?
In the traditional sense, it is said that somebody asked a question also that why devotees are given a more harder life than normal people, and some believe or some will define it like it is a test is being taken, or like Lord is taking the test of your integrity, of your desire, like this. It is said like this. No, I think it is plain simple waking up for me. you know for me it is like this. It's just trying to wake us up. Like basically, what the source of life is trying to wake us up to the truth that you are not independent. Come on, right now, anybody check and tell me, are you independent from the source of life? If you are not, why you are continuously living in that state? No? That is attachment to the sleep, to the dream. No? Why don't you question who I am? Simple question. Why don't you question who I am right now? In satsang, no? Like really questioning, not a spiritual practice that slowly we do. No? Where are you right now? I'm in the body, no? Right now? Like you are in the body. Where exactly in the body? Don't try to find a place like third eye or heart or gut or anything. No, just exactly as a whole. And you will find that you are not really in the body so much. You know, you are, I am. When you are the knower of the mind, are you in the mind, knowing it? When you are the knower of your experience, are you then existing in the experiences? No. When you are the knower of your sense of presence, are you that presence in it or are you out of it? You are neither in it nor out of it. It's something third option. You see? Truth is something third option. The third option is oneness, harmony. Everything is one and appearing as many. The more we align ourselves to this discipline, this vibration, you can say rhythm. The more things start falling in the right place by itself. No? And the less we are in the rhythm, the more we will find it is hitting us. It is not hitting anybody. It is just flowing in its own rhythm. Just don't be out of the rhythm. No? It is just trying to bring everything into rhythm. The great harmony is trying to bring everything into rhythm. Anything which comes in the way will be disturbed. But not intentionally. You see? But the intention still is to bring it into harmony. You see? Like this. So this version of this expression about the truth, I feel, is much more neutral in a way for me. That life is harmony. A great harmony is working under the hood in a way and trying to bring everything into harmony. And that which is trying to not be in the harmony is being disciplined, sometime in a very hard way. But hard way, not like harmony is doing something hard or soft. It is always exactly in the same speed, in the same way. It may hit hard to someone who is resisting hard to it. Or it may look like a touch of the beloved guiding, a hand of the beloved guiding, when we are ready, more interested, more in the harmony. You see what I mean? Our body, mind, meaning body means the energies of the body, all the bodies, all the layers. Their frozenness plays a big role in creating the resistance. Because frozenness means they don't want to change. Like a flexibility is not there. No? And the flow of life, the harmony of life is trying to change it to a certain way so that it can come in alignment with the harmony. That's why Prabhat Suddhi, for example, is a very powerful understanding. That keep bringing your energies to more flexible state so that they can be guided, like molded in a way, by the harmony, no? Not by the person. True clarity, true joy, true knowing is that framework also, no? Which will just make us free from things which are worthless actually. We don't give up things, we just see that they are worthless, no? You see? If we are trying to give up things, is already a believed in point of view, no? Like one day you, the experiencer, every one of you will realize that I can be joyful regardless of what is the experience. Just sitting, not doing anything, basically is that state of the experiencer, where it says that I choose to be joyful now, choose to live my joy now, regardless of whatever is going on, and I don't want to do anything with anything right now. No. Just relaxing in the being, just being who you are, living the truth of your being. No? And you somehow start sensing or start becoming aware of yourself, the truth of yourself here. You see? And then this is what becomes what I'm calling true knowing. True knowing of yourself is not really independent true knowing of yourself and then everything else will be known slowly. No, true knowing of yourself initially. Then true knowing of yourself while knowing everything else also. You see, like a mirror, which is telling you, showing you what is everything and who you are also now. Refinement of true knowing. Like about who you are. Like a deepening of knowing of the truth also. Every time you are knowing more and more. And one day, you know there's only one. No? And this is such a state of freedom that there's only one. No? And this truth is right now true, by the way, for all of us. There's only one. No? And it's okay if you want to say, I am the one in this relationship. No? Because it is the same one saying in everyone. No? True knowing is so natural, so effortless. But we will need to make a lot of effort in the direction of true clarity first, in the direction of true joy also. No? Because otherwise we cannot appreciate the effortless knowing, effortless bliss of the self. No? You see? Like we need like a highest maturity to appreciate it, highest maturity of the soul to appreciate it. You can understand this, no? Yeah. You cannot compare it with, with a glass of juice or something. Oh, it was such a nice experience, and this is a very nice also. No, it's something radically different. You see, like you can give everything for it. It is that valuable, that beautiful, that transcendental in one sense. It is not of this time, of this space where we are. That's why there's a freshness, absolute freshness every time, coming from this being that you are, in this time where you are, in this body also. Thank you, it's very good, thank you.
Thank you. I would say I'm the one with the one.
I think it's a very wise statement. No? It's a very, because as long as we are in the form, there is a sense of individual, no? Whoever it is, whether it is a sense of individual, whether it is a sense of being, sense of presence or something, no? And who is the other one, the source, no? It is totally fine to speak like this, no? I am always one and I am with one. One means I am not divided. I am not scattered, I am not confused. Only this one who is not confused, not divided, can discover or can sense the one who it is connected to, the Lord, the beloved. Guiding, it's guiding so lovingly and so transparently that we don't even notice how it is guiding us. All the time, all the time. Give it a chance to speak through you, and you will just not be there in that speaking. Yeah. You will know your absence and the presence of God in you that very time. That's why I sometimes feel that when it is the right time for any one of you to speak also, not just listen, no? So that from your side also you can live that complete truth of your absence and the presence of God in you. Meaning everything is present, just you are absent as a separate self. Body mind is present, functioning is happening, like memory, everything is there by the way. Your memory of the individual is there. It's not like a transcendental state or something somewhere, no? Just you are not here as an individual now anymore. Something else. What is that something else? Being known by your awareness also. Appreciated by appreciated. It is being appreciated by your awareness also. Pure blessedness. It is pure grace. This presence of God is pure grace, pure blessedness. Absolute blessedness. Thank you. Very, very good.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say. So we commonly say energy is never created nor is destroyed. We are also energy. We can never be created, never be destroyed. We can only be transformed. But the realization of we are energy and the kind of forms we have taken is what is creating the whole cycle of existence. And yesterday I was traveling back home and I had this thought that we are part of that main source of energy. The one who should feel incomplete is that main source of energy, not us. Because the main source of energy is got separated, basically, not us. But that incompleteness in us is the longing, and it is present in everyone. But we actually, think differently about that longing and create aspirations out of that longing in terms of being perfect, being being a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, or anything. But then still that longing remains because we never feel complete. So if we harness that longing in the right way, we can reach home.
Oh yeah.
Everyone can reach home very easily.
So true, actually. So nicely seen by you. No? It is not a drop which will merge with the ocean. It is the ocean as the drop. No? Feeling incomplete, and our learned knowledge of the mind tries to convert that longing into a project. That I will feel fulfilled if I do like this. If I attain this, then I will feel complete. No? So all that drive in this life, actually, everybody, literally everybody, is driven from that sense of incompletion which is present in everyone. In the spirituality, we try to address it directly, without confusions. We don't let the mind confuse us here. No? We directly approach it. That let me check and feel what exactly it is. Then we find out that it is not something I can detach it from myself, or I can remove it. I am the longing. Soul and longing are not two things actually. And it's a beautiful thing, it's not a problem. This is the greatest blessing of the one soul. No? And from here there is a guidance. There's a guidance of how it will unfold and like every soul has a pain of separation from the Supreme. You know what it means in other language. That pain of separation is known as suffering also. But then our mind defines it differently, and because of this I'm suffering, because of that I'm suffering. Like I have mentioned many times, this Jim Carrey has said that sometime I wish that all the desires of all the people in this world get fulfilled, so that they can know this is not the answer. It's true, actually. This is not the answer. So this is how we can spend a lot of energy, lot of time of our life in pursuing those goals which are not going to give us anything. You see, true clarity will help us here. Like, let us be wise. Let us do exactly what we want to do. Let us seek what we want to seek, go where we want to go on that journey. But let us be wise, not too much in the flow of journey. But stop and watch, stop and overview also where I'm going, what I will get, like this, refining it more. Otherwise, once you come to the true joy, you have actually come to the longing. And this longing has only two ways to manifest, either both at the same time or one at a time. One is living the truth of life as it is experienced by the experiencer, body, mind and everything, sense of individual included. No? Sense of responsibility also comes. Choose what is right for you. From where to choose? From the mind or from the longing? The wisdom of the longing guides you. What is the right? Right means how to remain aligned with the longing. Just if you remain aligned with the longing, it will guide you the right choice every time. Because there is only one choice, to remain aligned with the longing. The individual doesn't have to make many choices in life. Rest, this choice will take care. It always chooses the right thing. Always, always, always. So one thing is, this longing will manifest in the form of a beautiful life that you, the soul, will live. Like this life is for living the joy of life present in life, not to suffer it. No? This is one possibility. Another possibility is true knowing. True knowing. Like, what is this longing? And this longing has inbuilt wonder, self-wonder, not self-questioning, self-wonder, that who I am, who has longing, no? Like I feel I'm incomplete. In what way I'm incomplete? Like it is an isolated state from the mind. You're not mixing with the mind that this is the region, that is that. No, no. In the purity of the sense of incompletion, in the heart, in the being only. Who I am, who is not feeling complete. In what way I'm not complete? And living this is like pure bliss, pure bliss, pure bliss. No? True knowing is pure bliss. True joy is the beginning, for that internal, inner direction. And true joy is the base for living that outer dimension, like manifested. No? True clarity is that arrangement, you can say, preparation of the mind so that it can remain aligned with the longing. No? The more clear the mind is, the more it will remain aligned with the longing of the heart. No? The more confused the mind is, the more rigid somehow it is. No? You see what I mean? Like it's not flexible enough. Thank you. I think it's very, very good. Sometimes I just keep sharing like this and then it's not certain. Like I'm not certain that whether we are on the same topic or not. So please bring me back if you feel that.
No, we are on the same topic.
Hmm?
Yes, we are on the same topic. Yes.
Okay, okay. How nice. You look happy also.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very, very nice. So, very, very good. Anna, if you are ready to talk, you can talk.
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
I'm glad to hear that I'm not the only one with a wake-up call, with a shock. Since last week, I got like a big lesson of letting go, but in a way saying more like if like thy will be done, because if this is what is meant to be, I mean I'm just going with it. And the difference is this time that I'm not going with it from the place in which I used to fight for existential things. And so I'm accepting it. It is financial. It is something that is like, it's almost like I stopped fighting for surviving, for living, for me and my daughter. And now I just accepted it, and it is as it is. I'm also grateful that I'm healthy, that I can work, that, you know, so like it is not like a complete ruin, but I'm also not trying to change it, which is like, it was one of my main characteristics, like this fighter, this mother of, you know, like who struggles for her and for her child, and you know, like that. I'm more just accepting it, and I'm more like just excited to see like where this is all going to. So yeah, it is a big lesson, but something very crucial has changed. I can feel it from the inside since last week. It's just this big peace, and discernment is much better. Like I can discern things very quick, and my feeling is also it is training for integrity. like what you were also saying today, like life is training us, it's training the integrity, just to see how decided, how persistent we truly are, because not just that it's going well when we can sit peacefully in satsang when everything is fine, but like also when it's not. So this would not be my question, but I just wanted to share with you. And if you want to say something, I wanted to ask about something else.
The thing is that the same thing, the same life situation can be lived from, I feel, 2-3 different positions of the being. One where we are totally separate from everybody else and everybody is separate from us. That typical person state basically, no? Then there is a state of presence where we are more like, where we are more open uh, to be integrated in a way, to be brought into that state where we are more connected to the source, or we are able to live the purity of our own being. Like it is highlighted somehow that, hey, something was still mixed with me. But it doesn't mean that that life situation may suddenly change. Sometime it may, but sometime still you will live. But now this time you will live from the being that you are. And please understand this statement of Zen that uh, before we start meditation, trees are trees, rivers are rivers, mountains are mountains. And then when we start meditating, trees are not trees anymore, rivers are not rivers anymore, and mountains are not mountains anymore. And once we finish meditation, trees are trees again, rivers are rivers, and mountains are mountains. What does it mean is that the mind, when gets shock of awakening, may not let us see the practicality and actuality of the objects and the life and manifestation and everything, its relations. Once we settle in the truth of who we are, our mind also becomes calm, and it shows us actually how practical life is. But now we are home into the truth of our being. Now we are not going to lose this treasure ever. You see? Now you are super rich, first of all, internally, timelessly super rich. Now in time something is happening. Let's see. From that richness, timeless richness, you have so much wisdom and so much peace and joy that you don't feel like it is taking away something from me. It is more like a superficial level play that you feel like, let me challenge myself, let's see what happens. You don't want to run away from practicality now so much. You want to challenge yourself. Like what you will do with this body mind, by the way, later on. I mean, if you are not feeling inspiration, it's a different story. Because everybody is a soul and it is totally fine. I respect everybody, every soul's inspiration. No? But if you are feeling inspiration, put whole of the thing in the body mind into the fire of this moment. Because you are safe anyway beyond it. No? All you have to do, all you have is to gain, not to lose anything. No? You cannot lose the false. You want to lose the false. And you cannot lose the truth. It is always there. No? So even this situation is just going to highlight more deeply who you are. If you don't hold on to the belief, no? Like there's a belief in the experiencer, which is like projected onto everything that it experiences or sees, no? Like this. If you keep yourself free from it, into the purity of your being. Our purity of being is also simplicity of being, where we don't demand ourselves to be other than what we are right now, provided by the life circumstance. No? But you are not becoming that also now. You are just not becoming anything now. You are just remaining as who you are, continuously and always. And this is the beautiful thing about not running away from the present. In the present, you are safe than anywhere else, actually, as the self. Even if the present life circumstances are not so comfortable from the point of view of the mind, individual. You see. Like you will become free from even that sense of being also, where we sometime get stuck in between. No? You will fall into that purity of your being, or become that purity of your being, which is like everything and nothing at the same time. You don't lose yourself when you are a thinker. You don't become anything when you are an experiencer, when you are focusing on any task of life. Rather, you are able to bring that beauty that you are, that emptiness that you are, that wisdom, that light that you are into it. No? And it's just going to highlight your limitation at the body-mind level in some way, and you will become free from it. No? You see, so these three states, we have to find out where we are and how much we are ready for. When in the beginning, obviously, we have to isolate ourselves from those things and focus on the essence of our being. Once we are strong enough, now every life situation, life circumstances flow will be useful now. No? Because please understand, you don't exist really as what you think you are. Only that which you are truly exists. Now what fear you can have? Fear of losing what you think you are. I don't think you have that kind of fear anymore, no? So be free from fear forever now. Like absolutely forever now. Because there is no fear. You cannot lose the truth, no? You cannot lose truth. And you are not afraid of losing false anymore, no? We are only afraid of losing false. Once that is highlighted, we are relaxed, no? Now you are actually home right now. Doesn't matter which way this life situation will go now. You are in your strong state of being now. And you will play along well, no?
Uh, it feels like I'm so rich because I accepted the poorness around me somehow. And through this richness, there is this integrity. I don't know how better to call it, but it's just this feeling of power, or not power over something, but like empowerment that, like Guruji says like this, it is just, it's not on the outside by doing so much. It is more just this stableness, or I don't know how better to call it.
No, I feel that this beautiful thing, in your words. Yes, it's very very nice. That's where I feel that this, what I shared in the beginning, resolve. Try to resolve yourself. Just one thing, and you are good in every state or every step of the spiritual journey. Just resolve yourself into one. Not resolve means many mind, many opinions, many point of views, many self into one, just one, and everything is good now. Again and again do it. Just one thing. Resolve yourself into one. Resolve yourself into one. You are the one who is aware of the life situation, life circumstances. To be not so rich, let's say, you are saying. But you are the same one who is aware of your richness of being also. And it is so rich, so much more rich actually. Like every time you feel it, you feel, my God, you feel like dancing actually, out of joy. It's so powerful. And this is where you are going to slowly see that it is a play only. Outer is only a play of that which is never one, which is never divided into many, which is always one. Outer is only a play of the one who is inside, which is never divided, which is always one. The being of life is actually never divided into separate souls. It is playing the separate soul. Please be aware of it. So who is playing you? Is that who knows how exactly to deal with this life situation also. Allow it. This is whether you call it alignment with the source, whether you call it surrender to God, it's up to you. So thank you, it's very good.
But can I ask you now, because you kind of led into my question that I wanted to ask. What I started kind of observing, or not observing, but more like inquiring into now, is intimacy. Because if you can say a few words about it, because intimacy is always like what you were saying about this meditator on the boat, and then the empty boat came against it, right? Like intimacy is always something to do with other, because otherwise it would not be intimacy, it would be, I don't know, just being one. But on the other hand, I can see that even intimacy, for me, for now, because I'm still like, I'm not 100% with this, is still some kind of going out. And, but also at the same time, I have a feeling this is not right, or that it's not how intimacy is supposed to be. And maybe if you can say a few words about it. Thank you.
Actually, we think that basically going out is not a problem really, because that which is going out is totally fine in going out. No? What is the problem here is that individual consciousness, like the center of the individual self, is not able to handle it when it is going too much out. Because the proportion of going out has to be balanced by going in also at the same time. Then only the balance remains. It's like every move of life is like walking on a tightrope, no? Where you have a bamboo stick and you are just balancing it. No? So whenever going out, a going in also has to happen in the same exact proportion. Then it is in balance completely. No? So going out is not a problem. Imbalance is the problem. You know? Imbalance is the problem. That when we are going too much out, we feel I'm going out of balance. Out of balance means going out of yourself. No? Out of that natural sense of being, sense of centeredness. So it is one thing. And second thing is intimacy is not possible without the both. Intimacy is the outer going out being used to experience going in. Going in means experiencing, the experiencer is experiencing its own essence, its own being more deeply now, while going out is being used as a canvas or as a reflector, as a mirror. No? You see? And whenever it is happening, the experiencer is happy. When it is not happening, experiencer is not happy. That's what I'm saying, that if going in is not, accompanied by the going out, then this will cause us to not feel happy, satisfied. It's like drained out or got tired or something. Like we just spent ourselves, but we did not get anything out of it. Like this. It is not you, individual self. It is life trying to feel the intimacy with itself. It is the source of life, being of life. No? Like this.
Then maybe what the problem, or what where the distortion in this viewing is more like feeling fear of losing this balance, or losing this harmony, what you are speaking about, of being able to also go in enough, or like stay in enough.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, is correct.
Mhm.
So that's why don't go out, don't go in, remain in the balance, in the center. No? Like this. Because even if we feel that I'm going in is the best thing, not really. Or in the person state we feel going out continuously, not really. Balance. Balance is remaining free from both, like this. And then the right move in the right intensity happens, like you are rightly stretched yourself outward and inward both, no? Like this. Which is correct. It is the fear of losing the balance, losing that center, which is giving everything to us now, to you now. You know that this is the real thing. Everything else is just no certainty. This is the only place where I'm certain about things, about truth. I know that I'm living truth now, here. So it's very correct. It's good, good, very good. Thank you.
Thank you. So to keep both is to just always kind of stay connected or stay in all life situations. Why I'm saying this or why I'm asking you is because there is a lot of indifference now that maybe I'm judging a little bit because there is none of this super duper empathy and love and there is a lot of indifference, and then that got me a little bit like, okay, then there is this coldness or not caring, or I will not be able to be with people so much anymore or something like that,
Yeah, it happens. It's like in between it happens. No, it comes to us like this because we have been living in the way of the person to flow continuously, which is basically not really like in the person state. You will not be able to pinpoint that this is my emotion, that this is my feeling, this is my move really entirely originated from me. You will never be able to do it because it is all collective somehow. In between the two people, three people, four people, or many, no, it's all collective really in the person. And this is one model, living in the collective. Another model is living in the soul, the center of your being. And from here, a new type of life will come, which will include really the whole of life. And you will share your love with everybody. Individually, how much depends on the body, mind, and um, how we are able to align with the other also. Up to some degree, we need to align with the other also. Not that everybody will come to you. No, you will have to come to them also up to some degree. So that alignment is an inter superficial level thing where we can have this kind of flow of our love towards each other or towards other. But your love freely flowing with everybody, towards everybody. And mostly I noticed that even if human beings don't notice it, natural beings, like nature, meaning, trees, plants, animals, they feel it immediately. They feel your presence immediately. Like, yeah, there's something very different about. Like they become calm, more, caring about you. Always, always. But then this is the chance. This is that choice which everybody has to make. And because of this, many people are still suffering in that collective personhood. And one day they will choose, no? It's like living a very tightly coupled life with everybody versus living a more loosely coupled life. This is what is individual. Like a very beautiful way Osho have shared, and like in place of relation, more relating, not relation. Relating means like very beautifully connecting with everybody every time. But it will be a series of beautiful connections every moment, and then freedom from it. Not a continuity of a relation now. Your relation is with you only now. Like this. With you and with that who is beyond the source of the soul. Because you can have only one of the two circles, either the external, which is the personal circle, or the internal, which is the impersonal circle of the being. Circle means that activity 24 hours we do in a way, or that what we live also continuously. So activities of the life are totally innocent and in a way neutral, basically. Not innocent, but they are basically neutral. They don't depend on you being a person or not. But the personal experiences depend on you being a person only. You cannot have personal experiences of life without being a person. And this is the choice everybody makes. What we call vairagya, like, the indifference. It's like being done at some point with this model of living life as a person, that I'm not interested in the whole of it, not part of it. Because if you are not interested in the whole of it, what struggle you will have of detachment or those things don't apply here. You are simply free now from everything. Habits are there, but you are not really bound to them anymore. So indifference is just a in between, and then something very, very, very beautiful will start opening up from you. And I'm praying, and I'm like, living this with you also, that it opens up, like this. It's like a smile coming out of your heart continuously towards everything and everyone. It's like this. You're just not able to, remove that smile anymore. Thank you, thank you. It's very good. It is true. We have to make choices in the direction of awakening. It is the biggest thing of life, biggest, highest attainment of for his soul. We have to make choices, of course. It cannot be just, I can continue living as I am and then I can wake up. No. It cannot be like this. Choices have to be made internally. Not that we have to lose anything. We don't lose things. We just make choices. Very good. Astha? Thank you. Very nice to talk to you. Anna? Astha, you can talk.
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste ji.
I really want to thank you for the satsangs. Every time, through your pointings, I pick up, something just gets solidified in me, and then I'm like, no, I'm not going to leave it. For example, like, and you say it consistently all the time, but it just happens in some satsangs. It's like you will not let go of it. So, like last time you spoke something around discipline, it just stuck with me, and I'm like, if Rajee's been saying, how can I not be disciplined about the sadhana? So I have been like, no, whatever coming, I will do my Prabhat Shuddhi, do my heart meditation, do my other meditations. It cannot be a miss. So I had been very religiously doing it without a miss. So that's something that stuck with me. And then everybody's talking about some shock and experiences. Like I also shared that something happened, and I'm like, oh my God, why did it happen? Like, why me? I have been so, religiously doing my satsangs and my sadhana. Why is it shaking me up so much? What just happened? And I can see that it's in that entire thing, I'm the only one being singled out, and I'm like, why am I experiencing? Why am I experiencing? It had been in my head, and it almost gave me a feeling of a bit of a defeat of, what I've been doing. And then today when I came here, I was so looking forward to the satsang today, and when I came here, there's also another message that I'm taking away in terms of intensity, and the experience is just reminding you, now I'm just saying maybe all these experiences are just reminding me, reinforcing, the importance of, the sadhana and not giving up, because that's not what it is. That's not the truth. So today when you spoke about being resolved and the intensity, again, you spoke about intensity. That is something, I thought, no, this experience, maybe it's a blessing on me. It's happening with me to just keep reminding me, break the old pattern, do with intensity, maybe just not tick mark, do it with an intensity, do it with the feeling of coming to that state. So I really wanted to share this with you because, today, listening to you, it just uplifted me again that no, giving up is not an option. But that's weak state. So, so I wanted to share this with you.
Always remember, I am with you also. No? And this kind of things naturally happen. Like, let's say you are trying to become free from some addiction of coffee, chai, sugar or anything. You will, during this withdrawal symptom time, you will feel sometime quite depressed in a way. Like, I don't think anything is working in this life. It's just useless. What is the point in giving up these things? You may feel like this. Just let it pass. Stick to your discipline. So this kind of withdrawal symptoms happen much more deeply when we are becoming free from ego. Discipline can do a lot of work, a lot of fighting for you against the unconsciousness, which you will have to do yourself individually otherwise. No? You see the point? Just create a routine. Discipline simply is a system you have created so that it can protect you from unconsciousness. Like it reminds you continuously. The biggest challenge for the soul to wake up is giving up that sense of freedom it feels I have. And it must deeply look, every soul should deeply look, what exactly this sense of freedom giving me, except suffering. I am only free to suffer. Am I free to be joyful? No. That's where you will notice that no, this is just nonsense of my egoic mind, that I have a freedom. I have only freedom to suffer, basically. I have to bind myself to a discipline where I can become free to be joyful and free to be myself also. You know, you see what I mean? Free to be yourself. Like the whole life, birth, this and that just disappears for a moment. You have fallen, dropped into that heaven of your being, that ocean of the bliss, ocean of the awareness. So discipline can do and does a lot of work for you, like heavy lifting. No? Also, your wholeheartedness, your decision, your wholeheartedness of your decision does a lot of work for you. It does not let many disturbances come to you. Mind create this and that, but you remain so safe somehow, on the path always, focused correctly. Yes, yes. And it's not that discipline is useful in the spirituality. In the spirituality, it is much more useful. But even in the practical life, anybody who achieves anything, they achieve through discipline only. No, not that I will do whatever I want today, and then I created an empire. No, nobody does like this. You know what I mean? Everybody follows a discipline. Discipline simply means you are not letting yourself live in the indecisive state. You are decisive, clear, doing what you want to do and not doing what you don't want to do. No? In a way, yeah. So thank you. It's very good. No? Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I also want to share one more thing. When you were, throughout the day also I keep, reminding myself what you were saying, that, just experiencing your breath. And morning, at times while driving to work, I'd be like, throughout the day, I'll just experience my breath. Throughout the day, I'll just keep, focusing on my breath. Like throughout the day, it'll be heart meditation for me. I'll keep focusing. But of course, while in work, I forget. But yeah, I keep that thing that whatever be the reminder, I kind of come back to the breath. So yeah.
Very good. It's very good. See, focusing on the breath will be like three things you will experience here. One, focusing on the breath, and then you will notice that breath is going inside me like this, and you feel nice. With the breath, I am also going inside me. You will feel like this. At some point, when you will go deeper in this experience of breath, you will feel I am giving breath, meaning I am giving life through the breath to the body. You will notice like this. And the third is where you will feel I am the breath. I am the life giving I'm giving myself to the body. You see? So it's a very direct way of knowing the truth of who you are and remaining centered too. And of course, the habit will try to take you in that state of ego, that hypnosis, no? Where you feel, what is the point? Why I should be focusing on my breath? Why I should be living my breath? You know, but now you know why. Like if you keep focusing on your breath, living your breath while using your mind cannot use you, for example, not so easily. Like very soon you will become so strongly rooted in yourself that your mind cannot use you, but you can use your mind. You see? Which is necessary. Because mind has two parts. One is the egoic mind, one is the, functional mind. You need functional mind, no? No, you will be able to use it, but it will not be uh, governed by so much egoic mind in a way, or egoic mind will not drive you somewhere, no? Like this. Breathing is a very powerful thing. No? Basically, it is one of the most powerful things, and that's why it doesn't appeal to us. But it is appealing to you. Please continue. Don't go anywhere. Just remain with the breath. No? Do everything. But so this is what is simply remaining centered to your being. No? Because who is experiencing the breath is the being. Who is giving the breath to the body is also the same being. Like you will remain in the truth of the body, truth of the breath, and truth of who you are. In this one go, in this one way. And everything else is really less important than this truth. Everything, including the thoughts and feelings and understandings and intelligence and intellect and everything, less important than this. Clearly. So thank you. God bless you. Sukomal, you can talk, then we end this meeting now.
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste ji.
Thank you so much again for the satsang. I just had something to share that just before joining the satsang, it was like there were some things that I was trying to understand and contemplate on, and it was helpful. And I did some Prabhat Shuddhi exercises, and all of that also helped bring the flow in the energies. And then it's just like it happens every satsang. The moment the video comes on and you just say hi, it's almost like some magic happens and everything kind of dissolves. So it's I don't know what to say. It is so it's so beautiful, and then it remains, and then it's just this joy of just living and being here. I'm so thankful. I cannot express it enough.
Thank you. Very, very nice. Then we are a good company for each other. That's very, very nice. I mean, there is a joy of living in the duality, in the divisions, in the sense of separation also. When that joy runs out, that is where we say I am suffering in life. There is no actual suffering for the soul. It is just creating excuses now, that because my mind is like this, because life situations are like this, but essentially the experiencer of life is not happy now. Because it has run out of, like there is no sweetness in this chewing gum anymore, This is the whole thing. Now it has to do something else. That something else is knowing the truth of who you are. Now enjoying the sweetness of oneness. No, it's your time now. And what happens when you join satsang is this. You are ready or interested in living the oneness, and I'm also living the oneness, and this clicks, something clicks here, simply. I'm not able to live your separate self, okay? Even if I try, But you are open, and you are able to live that oneness which I feel. And you are able to live that oneness which is present in your heart also now, in your soul also, Always, in everybody it is present. And this is what is happening now, That's why you are happy, What will be the struggle? Everybody can figure out now very easily. No? That what is the struggle in satsang, if there is any struggle in satsang. That's why I have provided 3 options, so that nobody feels struggle in satsang. All 3 options, either directly knowing the truth, like what you are saying, just falling in this alignment, this harmony of oneness. That's all. No? Everything is done by this now. The sense of false self and the confusions created by that, they are just harmonized and brought back to the true state of being. Nothing else has to be done by that one who feels I am separate from one source. And like this one does not survive in a way. The being, sense of presence, who feels I am present in the body, does not forget itself now. Because it does not try to remember. It doesn't need to. This is that true knowing part, which immediately happens in satsang as soon as you enter. Satsang is the most powerful technique for true knowing, and other technique is meditation, dhyan and satsang. No? And if you feel that this is not helping you, then true joy. Joy of the experiencer, joy present in the experiencer, not in the experiences. And even if this is not working for you, then true clarity. No? What do I really want from this satsang? What do I really want from spirituality? Like this kind of fundamental questioning. Thank you, beloved. It's you are letting the source, letting the light of truth work.
I just feel that now it feels like, no, it's not my choice. It's like, it's saying, no, you step aside.
You are right in a way, but also, sorry, you are wrong in a way. You are still making a choice through your wisdom that I am not going to choose this now. Even if it will come, there are almost all chances that you will not choose it anymore, because you have tasted the truth now, the freedom. You will not choose it now at any cost. Like it will provide you the option that I will give you this, you will have this. When you choose me, you will say sorry, but not interested. You don't want to be contracted anymore. What is imprisonment of the soul? Contraction. What is freedom? Freedom from the contraction, into the natural state. There is no imprisoned cell. The state of the soul is the imprisoned cell. We are our own imprisonment. That's why if you start living in your natural state more and more, you don't have to remove or break the walls of the imprisonment in which you were. You see, directly meditation, dhyan, and satsang. No need to do anything about the imprisonment now. Like this. I think it's very correctly understood. Thank you, beloved. Very nice. So thank you, everyone. Very, very nice to meet all of you. God may always, always bless you. Thank you. Thank you for joining.